Breaking and opening DC fan motors, toy motors, and all kinds of small electronic components has become one of the most fascinating and educational hobbies for DIY enthusiasts, young inventors, repair technicians, and anyone curious about how everyday machines work behind the scenes. And exploring these compact motors not only reveals the simple engineering principles inside, but also shows how clever design, physics, and electromagnetism combine to create motion in the devices we use daily, without even thinking about them, making it an incredible journey into the world of electronics and mechanical systems as you pry open each motor, examine its parts, test its capabilities, and sometimes even repurpose or repair it for various projects. When you first crack open a DC fan motor, whether from a table fan, cooling fan, exhaust fan, or CPU fan, you immediately encounter a beautifully simple yet effective structure that has been mass-produced billions of times around the world. And although these motors appear cheap and disposable from the outside, inside them is a carefully balanced system of coils, magnets, bushings, shafts, and housings working in perfect harmony to convert electrical energy into spinning power. In most standard DC fan motors, you'll find permanent magnets fixed onto the stator, copper wire wound into a rotor armature that rotates in the center, and a commutator with brushes delivering electrical pulses to keep the rotor spinning. And while this might sound complex, the breakdown is surprisingly elegant. Current flows through the coil, creating a magnetic field. That magnetic field pushes against the permanent magnets, and the arrangement of the commutator ensures that the polarity switches at the perfect moments to keep the shaft turning continuously and smoothly. Opening these motors allows you to observe how variations in coil thickness, number of turns, magnet strength, and rotor balancing affect speed and torque, and by comparing different sizes, such as tiny toy motors, mid-sized fan motors, and slightly stronger DC pump motors, you start to understand why some motors are designed for speed, while others emphasize torque or durability. Toy motors, on the other hand, are among the most accessible and exciting motors to open because they are inexpensive, extremely common, and used in everything from remote control cars and spinning toys to small robots, toothbrushes, and DIY gadgets. Usually referred to as toy-grade DC motors or 130/180/260 series motors. These tiny powerhouses use the same core principles as their larger DC counterparts, but in a miniature form, allowing kids and hobbyists to explore motor anatomy without expensive tools or advanced knowledge. When opening a toy motor, you usually remove the two metal tabs holding the backplate onto the motor's cylindrical shell, revealing the brushes, commutator, rotor assembly, permanent magnets, and tiny bearings or bushings. What's amazing is how much performance manufacturers can squeeze out of something so small. By adjusting the magnet composition, coil thickness, brush material, and backplate venting, they create motors with wildly different speeds. Some motors are built for extremely fast RPM, making them perfect for drones and RC racers, while others are slower but stronger, ideal for toys that need pulling power or mechanical arms. Disassembling one of these motors helps you appreciate how much engineering goes into even the cheapest gadgets. And if you experiment by rewinding the copper coil, replacing magnets, or modifying brushes, you can transform a slow toy motor into a high-speed performance motor, sometimes tripling its RPM, but also learning firsthand about overheating, friction wear, and mechanical balance. Moving deeper into electronics, many enthusiasts find joy in opening motors from old CD players, DVD drives, printers, clocks, VCRs, cameras, and other broken household devices. These electronics contain not only DC motors, but sometimes stepper motors, brushless motors, servo motors, and tiny precision mechanisms that demonstrate more advanced engineering strategies. A CD player, for example, contains a small spindle motor with a fine-tuned bearing system designed for ultra-smooth rotation, as well as a sled motor that moves the laser lens assembly. Printers contain large DC motors for paper feeding and smaller stepper motors for precise printhead positioning. Breaking open these motors exposes you to differences in construction. Brushless motors contain stator windings around the outside and magnets inside the rotating shell, making them quieter, longer-lasting, and more powerful for their size, while stepper motors contain multiple coils and teeth that allow highly accurate incremental movement, perfect for robotics and 3D printers. Every device you disassemble adds to your understanding of how electronics are designed, and often the parts can be reused for brand new projects, saving money and reducing e-waste. But the real fun begins when you compare the construction quality across different types of DC motors. For example, a typical exhaust fan motor uses thick, enameled copper wire and reinforced insulators because it must operate for hours without overheating, whereas a cheap toy motor uses thinner wire and less durable brushes meant for intermittent play rather than continuous use. By taking apart motors from old appliances, you start to notice which brands build motors meant for longevity and which ones cut corners to save manufacturing costs. You'll find some motors with ball bearings for smooth and durable rotation, while others rely on metal bushings that wear out faster. Some motors have carbon brushes with long-lasting performance, while others use thin metal brushes that wear down quickly or lose contact. Understanding these design choices helps not only with repairs, but also with selecting motors for new projects. If you want to build a DIY RC car, for instance, you'll know which motors can handle high-speed loads without overheating. If you're building a robot arm, you'll know which motors provide enough torque and which are better suited for lightweight motion. As you continue exploring, you also gain knowledge of how electronics integrate with the motors. Fans have simple two-wire DC inputs, but other devices use motor drivers, speed controllers, gearboxes, sensors, limit switches, and feedback circuits. Breaking open electronics with motors often reveals gears made of plastic or metal, worm drives for torque multiplication, reduction gear trains for lowering speed, and even clutch systems to prevent damage if the motor experiences overload. These additional mechanisms expand your understanding of mechanical engineering and help you see motors not just as spinning devices, but as integrated components of a carefully orchestrated system. For instance, in a DVD drive, the tray motor uses a worm gear to achieve high torque with slow and controlled movement. In a power drill, the DC motor pairs with a multi-stage planetary gearbox to provide massive torque while maintaining manageable RPM. By opening these systems, you learn why a motor alone is never enough. Gears shape the motion into something practical for real applications. One of the best parts of tearing down electronics is the ability to repurpose components for DIY inventions. A single box of broken fans, toys, and electronics can provide dozens of motors of different sizes, voltages, and designs, usable for building drones, model cars, desk gadgets, custom tools, mini wind turbines, or robotics experiments. Many beginner engineers start exactly this way, opening electronics, salvaging motors, and using them in hands-on projects that teach problem-solving, wiring, soldering, mechanical alignment, and basic physics. Even kids gain huge educational value from seeing how things work internally, learning more from one teardown session than from hours of theory. On top of that, breaking open motors often reveals what went wrong inside the device. Burn marks on coils indicate overheating or overvoltage. Worn brushes show prolonged use. Bent shafts cause wobbling and noise. Melted plastic inside fan housings indicates lubrication failure or dust blockage. Recognizing these failure patterns helps you diagnose and repair similar devices in the future. Repair technicians regularly open malfunctioning fan motors and restore them by cleaning dust, lubricating bushings, replacing brushes, or rewinding coils, proving that understanding the internal structure is the key to fixing the problem efficiently and cheaply. Another fascinating aspect is the safety lessons you learn. Opening motors teaches you how short circuits happen, how coils heat up, why low-quality wiring burns, and why motors sometimes spark or smoke. Understanding these risks helps prevent accidents in DIY projects. For example, toy motors can draw surprisingly high currents when stalled, causing wires to melt if not handled correctly. High-quality fan motors often include safety fuses, thermal cutoffs, or insulation layers to prevent fires. Seeing these protective components inside real electronics gives you a deeper respect for proper engineering and teaches you to include similar safety features in your builds. As you dive deeper into the world of motor teardown, you begin to appreciate motors not just as parts, but as engineering miracles. These small devices power the modern world. Fans, toys, tools, drones, vacuums, cameras, appliances, printers, pumps, and countless gadgets rely on motors to operate. Every time you break one open, you hold decades of innovation in your hand. The copper winding patterns, magnet alignment, commutator size, brush composition, and cooling vents all represent careful decisions by engineers optimizing performance, cost, durability, and efficiency. You begin to differentiate quality motors from cheap ones and understand why some devices last years while others fail quickly. Finally, breaking open DC fan motors, toy motors, and other electronics becomes more than just curiosity. It becomes a form of learning, recycling, problem-solving, and even creativity. You gain insight into electrical engineering, mechanical design, materials science, and practical physics. Whether you're salvaging components for DIY experiments, repairing old appliances, or simply exploring how everyday objects work, the process transforms ordinary junk into a hands-on classroom. Every motor you open tells a story: how it was built, how it functioned, how it failed, and how its parts can live again in a new invention or project. In a world full of disposable technology, opening these motors reconnects us with the craftsmanship hidden in plain sight and inspires a new generation of builders, tinkerers, and thinkers who see potential in every broken device.